Let's get toasty by the fire because it's August and that's what we do in August, right? Yeah. Hey friends, it is Sam, and after months of hard work in this space, it is finally living room makeover reveal day, and there is so much ground to cover, so I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, and instead, let's get started. This video is sponsored by Castlery. All right, friends, let's start at the very beginning, which feels like it was ages ago, but realistically it was, I don't know, 10 months ago that I took this footage of the living room space. Basically, this is exactly what the space looked like when we moved into this house, and a lot has happened since then on this channel, so I will recap a couple of things. I'll link all the videos of projects I've already done below this one, but essentially, let's just start here as a baseline because this makes the most sense. My goal with this space was to brighten it up, to take down the load-bearing wall in between the kitchen and the living room, which is what happened in my kitchen demo video, and to just give this space a more modern vibe, but still keep some of the original features intact for some warmth and some history. Now, really shortly after moving in, my friend Danny from DIY Danny came to visit and help me build a custom dining room table, which I cannot wait to show you in its space very, very soon on this channel. But while she was here, she did help me paint this room in this gorgeous bit of sugar color, and then I moved along to creating a really funky and fun geometric accent wall as a jumping off point in this room. After this, though, it was time to start focusing on the floors. Morning, friends. Okay, so today my dad is free, so he's gonna help me rip up the floors in the living room and in the kitchen. Excuse me, we have to film. They look good. Wow.
These could be filled. To fill these.
Oh my goodness, it's so cool to see the original floors. Now, we knew that when we bought this house that the original floors were underneath all of this floating laminate, and my goal and my dream for the entire first floor of this house was to refinish them and have them stained professionally, and I'm so happy that I did that because you're gonna see them in a little bit and they turned out amazing. But before I could call in any help with these floors, I really wanted to kind of just finalize some of the major demo projects in the space. So then I turned my effort over to the entryway. I have a full entryway makeover video on my channel if you want to check out all of the fine details on that. But basically, I removed the door that was leading up to the stairs, replaced our front door with something more modern, and also just did a ton of patchwork, especially on that little nook by the door, which I modernized to be our little key nook, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. Once all of that work was done, though, it was time to get excited about work on the floors on the first floor of the house. I am making my rounds today. I'm literally just turning the camera and jumping from space to space to space to put things in context for future videos. So if you are a consumer of the videos on my channel, then this might seem a little familiar to you. As you can see, flooring was delivered. So my dream basically when I walked into this house was to expose the original hardwood floors, because we knew there were going to be original hardwood floors because the owner of the house told us that there were underneath the laminate. So that's obviously been done. But now that you can see the kitchen from the living room, I wanted the same floor through the entire first floor of the house, and in order to do that, I had to find basically special order floors because they don't make planks in standard 1.5 size in red oak anymore for the floors. So luckily I found a local dude who does flooring for a living, and he was able to locate the exact amount of flooring that I needed for the kitchen. And he texted me yesterday and said that he is going to be coming to the house tomorrow to install these floors in the kitchen, and then basically spend time this week refinishing the original hardwood floors and matching everything to the color that we want, pretty much on the whole first floor minus one bedroom because it's just like a hot mess right now. So the good news is that I'm finally getting the floors that I want. The bad news is it means I probably won't be able to work in this space for about a week, which really is freaking me out a little bit because I have tons of things I still need to do, but it's for good reasons. So yeah, the next time we see this living room kitchen combo thing going on, the floors will be done, and I cannot wait to A, see what they look like, and B, kind of like show you what's been floating around in my brain a little bit. So yeah, I did this movie magic thing for the other videos that I filmed this little Hangout sesh with, so why don't we do the same thing, right? Consistency is key, right? Is that it, right? So next time you see this room, the floors will be different. I am so excited to show this to you. It's unreal. Ready? Ah! It looks so good. These floors, I can't believe these. So these are the original floors from the 1950s, and they look so good. I am so excited about these floors. I think they turned out awesome. I may be a little biased because it's my own house, but I think they turned out awesome. But I can't stare at them for too long because I still have to do so much work in this space, and I know myself, and if I don't cover these floors, I'm definitely gonna screw them up. So I am going to spend some time covering up these floors before any other work gets done in this space. So here comes the boring part of this project. Let's get started. They look so good, they look so good, they look so good. Watching this footage back for me is such a trip because it's so funny to see me talking to all of you about the floors getting done in a full-blown winter coat and then doing this voiceover in August when I'm sweating my face off every day. But anyway, back to business. So once everything was covered, I did paint the entire living room in the same color as the accent wall. And side note, I did end up closing up a window and an AC unit on this back wall before going ahead and building a custom fireplace for our living room. So I do have a full video of this fireplace build on my channel. If you are interested in seeing the entire thing broken down, definitely check it out. It was a pretty big build, but honestly, it made a huge difference in this space, and I am so happy that I took the time to make it. On the homeowner's bucket list of things that Chris and I have always wanted, we always wanted a fireplace that would also function as our entertainment center, and we have loved every single second of having this fireplace in our home. So at this point, I think we're pretty much caught up on what was already done on my channel, so let's start focusing on moving forward. And first thing I wanted to do was add some storage to this space since there's literally no room for storage in this space. Okay, I don't have my microphone on my camera. I left it in my other bag, so the audio might suck on this. Sorry in advance. So I don't know how I feel about this situation here. They're definitely taller than I thought they would be, and I measured them when I bought them. I guess just like seeing them in the space is just so much different, but they have cabinet fronts. It's gonna be great storage for shoes. We have tiny closets in our bedroom, and we definitely need like alternative shoe storage. I don't think that this is a permanent fix. I don't like that it like covers a lot of this wall that I worked really hard on. But my shop's not set up yet, and so like I can't build anything custom until my shop is set up. So I think I'm just gonna live with it for now and make it work. And then once the shop is set up, I think one of the first projects I'm gonna end up tackling custom furniture wise is gonna be this shoe storage ordeal. So it's all good. It's better than nothing, right? It's better than piles of shoes from the floor to the ceiling, I guess. So we'll make it work. Gotta attach them to the wall now. So one thing I'm really learning about, and we'll talk about this later when we hang out on camera, is that not everything can be perfect when you move into a house, right? So this is kind of a temporary solution for our shoe storage, and I'm learning to be okay with it until I can make something else. To help me feel better about it though, I definitely was watching Anchorman while building this entire unit, which you know is my favorite movie. 60% of the time, it works every time. Once this cabinet was assembled, it was time for some more furniture in the space, which was super exciting. I'm so excited because today my couch is coming, and this is the first time that we've ever been able to fit a full-size couch somewhere that we live, so I'm really excited. I do have some time while I'm waiting for this delivery and like stalking the street, so while I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna prime the windows because the brown wood color is just not vibing with the rest of the house right now, so I'm gonna do that. And then at some point this week, and it's gonna have to be after the couch arrives, I do want to replace this radiator cover. I replaced the one in the upstairs bedroom with a custom one, so I'm gonna probably do something super similar to that with this one and kind of break it down just a little more for anybody who wants to make their own radiator cover. So yeah, lots to do. Very excited for my couch. I cannot wait to show you this couch. It is stunning. Yeah, so let's get painting. Gonna keep it real, these windows really need to be replaced. I'm gonna talk about this a little more in a little bit, but yeah, they're not great. And honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just putting a band-aid on them until we can afford to replace them, which is hopefully gonna be next year. It's here. Couch is here. Couch is here. Couch is here. One thing Chris and I have always dreamed of having in our future home was a leather sectional, and thanks to Castlery, we were able to make that dream come true with their Madison leather chase sectional sofa. Castlery is a modern furniture company that creates a story for every room in your home. They use the highest quality of raw materials to create pieces that are built for longevity and also multi-purpose use, which you know I love. And because they are a direct-to-consumer brand, they are able to extend pretty honest pricing and affordability to all of their customers. Castlery makes buying furniture a super simple process. They provide free fabric swatches before ordering, flat rate shipping, and a 14-day return policy, as well as warranty coverage on all of their furniture. We are honestly so obsessed with this couch, I cannot wait to show you it styled at the end of this video. The style is so perfectly us, and the quality and the color of the leather are amazing, and it's legit so soft. You can find out more about our sofa and Castlery by clicking on the link below this video. As much as I just want to literally nap on this couch all the time, there is still so much work to be done, and once that couch was delivered, I decided it was time to replace the outdated radiator cover with something a little more modern. Now, this is pretty much the exact cover that I made for our guest bedroom, and that cover has already survived a full winter, so I decided to replicate it for the living room because I really like the look. So without spending too much time on this portion of the project for this whole space, essentially what I did is I made a frame for a hollow box, and then I covered that hollow box with 1x2 pieces of pine that I evenly spaced out for this really modern slat wood look. It looked really awesome and it made a huge impact in the space. If anybody's interested, I can make plans for these and I can make a blog post for this, kind of breaking things down. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you might be interested in. I'm more than happy to do it. I just wasn't sure how many people might be interested in a full tutorial for this. Install process for this radiator cover was really simple. All I had to do was kind of cut away a little bit of the baseboards and then slide the cover right over the existing radiator, add the top piece, and then nail the top piece down. Now at this point in my living room makeover journey, all of the building was done, which is a total bummer because that to me is the most fun part. And next up came the hardest part in any project for me, which is decor. So we definitely integrated a ton of things into this space that we had already owned from previous apartments, like this beautiful antique rug and our throw pillows. And luckily too, having our brand new couch made it super easy to coordinate things. But I don't know, decor and design is really difficult for me sometimes. And I kind of just was at this point in this project where I was going to use what we had and make it work. Hi friends. Okay, so I'm about to try something I've never tried before. Long story short, I cannot find the color curtains I want for this living room. I swear like they just don't exist. I've tried probably 7 or 8 different curtains and none of them are the right color. So I am gonna try to dye. Wow, I should have been a poet. I'm gonna try to dye these linen curtains. I've never done this before and I feel like there's no happy medium. It's either gonna totally work or be a total disaster, but I feel like I've watched enough YouTube videos about dyeing linen to kind of know how to do it, so let's try. I feel like that's just like the whole point of sharing DIY projects is trying new things, so let's go. So I've actually never tried this before and I just followed the instructions on the bottles and you guys, I think it worked. Okay, friends, I have good news and bad news. Are you ready for it? The good news is I absolutely crushed the dyeing of the fabric game. I'm so proud of myself. This is definitely not translating on camera because I've tried 6 different ways, but it's really like this dark, yummy blue that's like washed out a little bit, almost like a really good pair of black jeans that's been faded in the wash. So that brings us to the bad news. The bad news is even though the curtains look awesome, I'm absolutely still hating the way that these windows look. Partially, it is because of these built-in blinds that are in the windows. Let me show you a close-up, 1 second. Okay, so basically our blinds or our windows have these built-in blinds and like they're fine, don't get me wrong, but I really would love something richer. Here's part of the problem. I can't just take those blinds out. They're literally built into the actual window panes, like in between the 2 panes of glass. In order to essentially get rid of them, I'd have to replace the panes of glass or replace the windows, and windows are so stupid expensive. That's gonna be something that has to wait. I mean, honestly, these windows are not in the best shape. You can kind of see some of the damage going on the inside of that pane, so they are gonna have to be replaced very, very soon. But that's like next year's problem, to be quite honest, because we don't have the money to do that right now. So I'm gonna do something that I don't think a lot of people are gonna love, but I'm gonna do it. I purchased these like bamboo, dark walnutty looking shades, and I'm gonna hang these over the window even though they already have blinds. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I feel like this room just needs something here on the windows to contrast all of the white. So yeah. Other than the window coverings, the last thing I really wanted to do in this space was actually something that a few of you brought up with the fireplace project. Basically, when I made the fireplace, it came with these little crystal looking rock things to put inside of the fireplace, and they just weren't really our style, and a couple of you in that video actually also pointed out that they weren't really our style, so I went ahead and I replaced them with these really awesome lava rocks, and they looked really, really cool. Oh yeah, that looks way cool. After that little touch though, this room was pretty much done, and I'm pretty excited to show you all the big reveal because looking at this from the very beginning to where it is now is an amazing transformation. Hi. So I wanted to have a little bit of a hangout session at the end of this video with you all. I've been really enjoying our time together at the end of my videos. I think I'm going to do a little more of this. Anyway, I have so many thoughts and so many emotions and so many feelings about this space. It feels so nice to not be living in absolute chaos in our living room anymore, to be quite honest. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I like to keep it real. Do I feel like this space is 100% perfectly done? No, not by any means. I think sometimes, I know I do this, I fall into this mental space of feeling like everything needs to be perfect when I move into a new space, like right away. But the reality is there are a lot of things in this space that I'm going to want to change up, especially once my workshop is up and running. You know, like number one, a great example. We don't have great storage space in this house and needed a place for our shoes, and this console behind me, this like storage shoe thing behind me, was one of those things that was in our budget that I was able to purchase for the space, but I don't love it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's way too tall. I don't love the color, but it was really hard to find something in our budget that was able to be thin enough to be like a console table, but also big enough to store all of our shoes. So another thing too is like I built this gorgeous river table years ago on my channel, and I absolutely love it, but I don't love it necessarily for this space. But we do have this table right now, and I don't want to get rid of it yet, so we're gonna use it, right? And I do have this like beautiful, gorgeous idea for a table that I want to put in here, but again, my workshop is not set up and I can't build it. So I know I'm rambling a little bit, but what I'm trying to convey is that things don't need to be perfect in your space right away. And I think sometimes it's really easy to like watch other people transform their spaces online and be like, it's so perfect, I love it, it's my dream come true. Is this space the way that it is right now my dream come true? Honestly, no, but it's close. It's really, really close. I think once I can start adding some more of my custom touches and getting back into making furniture again, I'll be so happy. That being said though, I'm so excited about how well I was able to kind of tie in things that we already own, along with those couple of things that we were able to add, like our gorgeous couch or the custom fireplace that I made. Side note, speaking of our couch, I just want to say, we are obsessed with this couch. Not only is it absolutely stunning, it is so soft and it is so comfortable. It's almost as if we've had it for years because it came with that broken in feeling, but we've only had it for a couple of weeks and we are so excited to have this couch for a very long time to come. It was really nice actually because yesterday, I know I'm filming this and like time is weird, but yesterday Chris came home from work and he walked in the house and he was like, oh wow. And it was just so nice to be like, yeah, like we're not living in chaos. It actually looks really good in here. So yeah, we're really excited. I cannot wait to show you what the rest of this space looks like, because if you'll remember from the before photos, there used to be a wall in between the living room and like the kitchen dining room area. And I covered that in my kitchen demo video, so you can check that out if you haven't yet. But now that that wall is gone, it feels really spacious in here. And I've gotten a lot of work done in the kitchen, you guys. Like I know you have been asking for kitchen videos. I promise I'm working as fast as I can. I had to wait for lots of things to be delivered. There were things that were like back ordered or canceled that I had to wait for and reorder, but everything is here now and I've been working as hard and as fast as I can to juggle that project, and my goal is to get that kitchen done by the end of next month when we get married. So I will hopefully have some kitchen content for you soon, but you can kind of peek a little bit at some of the kitchen and some of these little living room shots because I can't really hide it. There's no wall to hide the kitchen. So that being said, there is definitely a lot to do, but not as much to do as there has been in the past. The dining room is almost completely done. I have a feeling that's going to be on the channel very, very soon. I could finally start putting some finishing touches on the kitchen and get those videos out to you. There's a lot going on, but it's all been worth it. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the love and support, especially after my big announcement in the deck video. We are so excited. We feel the love. You all are so awesome. Thank you for just being you. I promise I've been hustling as hard and as fast as I can, especially with having the summer off right now. So definitely make sure to subscribe to my channel for more projects in the very near future. But for now, I'm going to sign off this video and get to work on something else. So I'll see you all soon with a new project. But until then, friends, happy DIYing.